chain. The photo on the lower right is the Ota market in the Tokyo Central Wholesale Market. As you can see in the picture, the place is very clean and tidy. This shows the structure of the wholesale market. Agricultural products are collected from producers. In the wholesale market, wholesalers, intermediate wholesalers, or authorized buyer determine the price by auction. Intermediate wholesalers and authorized buyers inspect items prior to auction to decide what price they would buy. One of the important roles in the wholesale market is hygiene inspection. Based on the Food Sanitation Act, observers patrol the market every early in the morning to monitor and guide whether it is used hygienically or harmful. In this way, the food is finally delivered to the consumers. There are 64 wholesale markets in Japan, and 11 of them are in Tokyo. Ota Market and Toyosu Market are the largest in Japan. Toyosu was moved from the Tsukiji Market, which was famous for fish market. Ota Market is the largest in Japan for fresh fruits and vegetables, and the transaction price here is an indicator of the Japanese market price. Recently, direct sales by small producers have increased. The roadside station, which called Michino Eki, is the most famous direct sales shop in Japan. This facility is built by cooperating the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism, and each local government. It has three functions: refresh, community, and information. There are currently 1,180 locations throughout Japan. Farmers sell their products at the farmers' market. It is getting popular online shopping on agricultural products. Tabechoku, J-Town, and Pocket Marché are some of the popular issue sites in Japan. Challenges and opportunities. Regarding challenge in consumer needs, particular concerning is a declining and aging population. The market size will shrink, but demand for home delivery, eating out, processed food, and individually packaged food is expected to grow. It is required to provide new products that meet future needs. Health awareness is increasing, especially under the situation of COVID-19. It is increasing the demand not only for fresh vegetable and fruits, but also dairy products. It is also increasing importance of freshness and safety. Consumer wants more to consume locally produced products. Regarding diversity of sales channels, direct sales by producers will continue to increase. This allows to increase producer income through optimal sales channels. Information and communication technology in agriculture is advancing. As a result, the technology for maintaining freshness will improve, and it will be possible to supply higher value-added agricultural products. With the development of information and communication technology, the access between producers and consumers are increasing. This is expected to build new relationships between both. This will contribute not only to promote better agricultural products, but also to protect Japanese farmers. Thank you very much for watching.
Okay. За илтгэл тавьсан доктор
Thank you very much, Dr. Wara, for your presentation. Allow me, please, to invite the next presenter. I'm sure the questions and comments will come in. In the next presentation about tourism sector, opportunities in Mongolian exports, the role of tourism sector. Mr. Baysghilan, Director General of Tourism Policy Coordination of the Ministry of Environment and Tourism.
За бүгдд нь энэ өдрийн мэндийг хүргэе.
Very warm greeting to all of you. DG of the Department of Policy and Coordination of the Ministry of Environment and Tourism Baysghilan speaking. What are the government policies implemented in this sector and the tourism sector related aspects I will cover.
Илтгэл дэлгэцэн дээр гаргахжуулж байна уу? За дараагийн хуудаснаас нь авчи. За дараагийн хуудас руу шилжчихье.
Next slide, please.
За тэгэхээр аялал жуулчлалын салбар маань бол ерөнхийдөө 2019
tourism sector of Mongolia in 2019 relatively high growth rate was shown in that of a second mining, they also providing additional opportunities to other lateral sectors. You know, that is the specific, the uniqueness of the sector. But due to COVID situation, of course, it's in a dead standstill. And due to these unique circumstances, I will mostly refer to latter data, and also I will be covering policy aspects as well. The 577,000 foreign tourists and around 1 million national tourists, were that was the number of tourists, and 1.7 the revenues were generated in the process. And also the 1,600 companies operate in this sector in numerous livelihoods, numerous households and people are dependent on this sector. Also, the exporting in situ exports, so to say, the products of the Mongolian products, organic products, can be sold as a result of operations. And the of Mongolian government based on natural, historic, and cultural sustainability, social sustainability, they providing the stable livelihood opportunities, and also providing the balanced environmental, social, and economic balance this triple helix aspect is very much prioritized, and also regional approaches and thematic approaches are identified. Under this policy, 9 reflected in the government action plan. Okay, so these 9 objectives I will explain in my following slides. So where we are, the tourism sector development-wise. So it is very much a private sector-based sector with a shift to market economy in 1990. The basis, the foundation of tourism sector was laid, and so quite a young sector in that sense. And tourism competitiveness index, the World Bank Index, out of 140 countries, we are in 93, and which not very good indicator, but 2019 we were the highest growth, highest upgrade country. We were nominated, we were considered, this, of course, the constraints in aviation, the service infrastructure, visa issues, etc. The other limiting factors, constraining factors, meaning the removing such barriers, the infrastructure-wise, and also specific focus on the different the pillars of tourism will help us to address these issues. The 577,000 was the actual for 2019, and we were planning to bring this number to 1 million in 2020, but of course that doesn't happen. And with the lockdown, with the border closures, etc. The revival in this sector. So the speed of revival is of attention, is of key priority to us. And the tourism, not only national, international, but also national tourism. The tourist number maximization, also the focus on specific routes only, receiving tourists and sending them to specific places. But now, changing shift, they're making shifts, focusing into regional tourism. Now, so that the tourism resource development and strengthening, also this capitalizing on the competitive edge of the specific aspects of that of those regions is the main policy shift that we're making. IFAs are assisting in this area as well. There, for example, in Hinti and Hochschullei Max, Sustainable Tourism 1 project is implemented, and the 38 million USD project from 2019 to through 2024. This project will be implemented, and historic advantage for tourist flows to be improved, resource the development and strengthening, also the local livelihood support, also the implement of infrastructure, the supporting the tourism development in that particular region. For example, many different aspects. The Hochschullei, of course, is popular tourist destination, but we've been seeing negative impacts, negative footprint from the from increasing inflows of tourists, and with that, capital projects focusing on autoroads, paved roads, also parking lots, as well as toilet facilities, etc. Such works are underway. This is the picture of the complex, the inside picture, and the international conferences, the digital and the ICT based is bio also have the in those IMEX, the sustainable tourism too, under this project. In the feasibility studies are to be completed this year, and 2020 on. In 2021, the projects will start, and there's a rich cultural cross-border regions, and so border tourism opportunities are clearly present in those IMEX, and based on such the considerations, the two tourist complexes, tourist streets, also mountain routes, also the camps, international standard, the compliant, and the camps are to be constructed in those areas.
За тэгээд дахиад одоо бидний засгийн газрын үйл ажиллагааны хөтөлбөрт тусгасан нэг
action program of the government also the states another region, Orkhon River Valley, and UNESCO cultural heritage registered region, and tourists that frequent to this particular region, and preliminary studies are underway now for developing this particular region. Compared to eastern and western regions, above mentioned regions, there is already ongoing economic corridor, but how do we maximize tourist spend in that area? That will be the focus. Now, another project for which the feasibility study is completed is Manshir Monastery project. Very soon, Khurshid Valley New International Airport will start its operations, and also logistically and also strategically, it is in a very Manshir Monastery, the reorganizing, restoring, transforming it into the tourist attraction, touristic center, hosting all different events, including events of international nature. And so the investment proposals are being invited to this particular project because investment issue is not resolved yet.
Илжүүлчлалын салбарын хувьд бол мэдээж одоо энэ
tourism, you would recognize that this sector is one of the heaviest hit by the pandemic, and it is very much in full stop. And even though we all are affected by the pandemic, but this particular sector is the hit the hardest. resilience during this time, but also the future focus, the revival of the sector, the taking lessons from the past, not repeating mistakes of the past, but taking the right track, development track. With the Tourism Academy of the World WTO, we are working on tourism strategy, based on which, our ambition in tourist mark can be reached sooner. And currently, one proposal that is often proposed by national and international the investors and partners, also the road facilities to support tourism sector, which means the certain autoroads, highways within specific corridor or the specific width of the road, based on ABC standards categorization, such service stops are to be developed. The A category complex service centers will be established on most highest intensity, traffic intensity roads, and the BC respectively at also lower intensity, the traffic intensity roads. The road, for example, with the initiative of the private sector, certain initial steps have been taken already. The 39 service stops are envisaged, and which means that the proposals are being received in this regard, and the private PPP modalities, as well as the promotion or support of private sector participation, is clearly in place. These are the locations of service stops envisaged. So given the time allotted to my presentation, that is very much the content I wanted to provide. For the revival of tourism sector, under the international cooperation mechanisms, the Greater Tumen Initiative, GTI, where Russia, Mongolia, China, the others are part of this initiative. Promoting tourism products to regional and international markets, based on next Monday on the 21st, actually the meetings are scheduled, 4 meetings are scheduled, with our partners, with the GTI partners, so that such cooperation can benefit the tourism industry. And Trans-Siberian Railways, 8 million tourists, they use the railways, this railway service, and means that there's such potentials, opportunities, the real opportunities, the land through our land ports and through other channels, they're maximizing the number of border tourists, and facilitating the entry and exit, time they can come in on a simplified the terms. Nén dornod Manjura, Ashanti, those tourists are coming in those the border adjacent the locations, the points they can be also they diverted to Mongolia. So that is another opportunity that we are looking into. So tourism, in support of border tourism, such short length, short loop flights are being studied now. So with the support of Asian Development Bank, and the focus on Central Asian region. The East Asian region is well synergized, and there is quite good coherence in terms of cooperating and coordinating tourism. So similar focus, similar the synergies are to be created in Central Asia. Also, the Mongolian Gobi and Inner Mongolian Gobi, this cluster, Altai, the 4 countries, the Altai mountain range, going through the 4 different countries, this forming this cluster, attracting tourists from other countries. That is this correct tourism strategy 2030 provides for such agenda. It might be interesting to startups. So due to the COVID impact, this sector is becoming more and more exposed to ICT and its use. So it's very important for business efficiency and effectiveness.
Digital буюу захим шилжилт.
I would like to present some numbers. The demand projections. So how feasible it is to receive 1 million tourist visitors in short term. And one of the leading research companies have undertaken this study, Expedia, Trip, etc. The main platforms, although the research of these platforms has indicated that
Дараагийн слайд нь явж болж байна уу?
159 million searches were done for Mongolia. And from which cities, with which frequencies, such data is also provided, which means targeted marketing activities can be implemented.
За тэгэхээр ерөнхийдөө аялал жуулчлалын салбарын хэмжээг та бүхэн харж байна. За би одоо
So that this depicts the investment needs for the sector. So without repeating myself, according to the study done by the central bank, the investments the investments in this particular sector are recouped. The investment return and recoupment is done much faster, and also it supports the development of other sectors. So that is the unique character for attention, and more detailed the information will be provided later on based on your questions and comments. Thank you very much, presenter. Very interesting, informative presentation you provided. So we have the 3 more presentations before we proceed to questions and answers. And we are seeing questions and comments already coming in. And I do hope our presenters will stay around to address these questions and comments. The next presentation, Cultural Goods and Services, the Dr. Boltbatter will present on the topic of cultural goods and services. A very good day to all of you. So I'm Boltbatter. So from 2000, I'm an international consultant in regard. So from 2005, UNESCO Convention now, and what global flows of cultural goods and services, the cultural products and services, goods and services, I will be focusing on.